Good evening, Facebook. How's everyone been? Everybody's been out and busy today, enjoying the day. I'm going to go ahead and get started on this, and you all can hop on as you are online or whatever. And if you can't catch me live, maybe you can catch the replay. I have been inspired to do something. I've been going through my news feed the last few weeks, and there are a lot of people hurting right now for various reasons. I'm struggling with all kinds of things, from relationships to finances to health issues. Some people are having a very difficult time finding meaning in their lives, and they're just going through the motions day to day without being happy or feeling fulfilled. So what I decided to do is attempt to help some of you maybe find a little joy and maybe discover some things about yourself along the way. What I did, and this was an exercise that I chose to do personally, was I sat down and came up with a list of 30 words that mean something to me personally. This isn't just something that I sat and wrote in 15 minutes. I really thought about what I wanted to put into this and how these words directly relate to my life. So what I'm going to do for the entire month of June, I'll be featuring and talking about one word a day for 30 days. And as I'm doing that, I'm going to ask you to explore what that word means to you. I don't want you to just think about it, to just, watch the video and go about your day. But it's important that you reflect on it and actually take action on the word and apply it to your life. So today is day 1, it's June 1st, and we are going to go ahead and get the bad out of the way. The word for today is negativity. Okay, everywhere that we turn, we're being bombarded with negativity. Maybe it's family members or people who are supposed to be our friends. They have a negative attitude towards us. They say or do certain things, make snide or rude comments. You can tell if someone's being negative in person by their body language. Some have bosses or co-workers that they have a really hard time dealing with because they're negative. Sometimes our children misbehave, and that puts us in a bad mood. And then sometimes, tragic and catastrophic things happen to people. We're not robots. It's okay to take some time to be affected by what's happened to you. Whether it's one of those life-changing events or if you're stuck in traffic. No matter what the situation is. But the important part is that you don't unpack a bag and live there. Don't dwell on it indefinitely. Negativity is highly contagious, and it comes easily. Once you get into a bad mood, it's very, very easy to find something negative about every situation for the rest of the day. It'll completely consume you and destroy your life if you let it. If you let it. You have the choice of whether you're unhappy or not. Believe it or not, you do. It takes work, but it is possible to turn the tables. And it starts by making little changes. And once you start doing that and get in the habit of making those little changes, then the bigger changes will become easier. We've all heard the phrase, you are what you eat. Well, you're also what you focus on. And if you focus on negativity, what you're going to get is negativity. Just to use an example for myself, the word but, those 3 little letters, B-U-T, can have a tremendous impact on your day-to-day life. What I try to do is use the word but in a positive way. And this isn't something that came easily to me. I really have to work on it. So one of my big things is, because I'm sick, is house cleaning. I'm a fanatic about keeping my house clean, but that doesn't always happen because I'm sick. So I have had to retrain my thinking. And instead of saying, okay, I got the dishes done, but I still have this to do, and I still have this to do, and I didn't get this done, and, you know, this is bad and that's bad. Instead, what I've tried to do is change that. I got my dishes done, but I will get the rest of it done after I rest for a little while. So you can take a negative and turn it into something positive, but you have to use your head about it, and you have to think about what you're going to say and how you're going to approach the situation before you say it. Okay, another big one is toxic people in your life. And you need to do what you need to do to remove those people from your life, no matter what your relationship with them is. And you know, in your heart of hearts, you know who those people are in your personal situation, okay? They're not doing you any favors. And you're not doing yourself any favors by keeping those people in your life. They're bringing you down. Again, negativity is contagious. If you're constantly being belittled and ridiculed and constantly arguing with someone, then those people need to go for your own well-being. I saw a meme today that made some sense to me. It said, don't blame a clown for acting like a clown. Ask yourself why you keep going to the circus. So those people, and that's not an easy thing to do, distancing yourself from people who are negative or bring negativity into your life. Sometimes it's very difficult, and it's not something that can always be done immediately. But you're going to be better off in the long run if you do that. And you are the only one that can do it. No one else can do it for you. So, another way to work on removing negativity from your life is personal development. And I've been doing a lot of this lately. And it's not some hokey thing, okay? The personal development industry was worth $9.9 billion in 2018. There's a reason for that. There's a reason that people are spending that much money on that. It's because they want to feel better. People don't want to be, swimming in negativity all the time. And personal development works. It's working for me. It's working for me, okay? It's changed my attitude on a lot of things. And it's not something that you have to spend any money on, okay? You can listen to podcasts, read books. If you can't afford to buy books, you know, most people have Kindles, or you can listen to them on Audible. You can watch YouTube videos. There are all kinds of YouTube videos about personal development. Find some and start watching them. And again, don't just watch them or read them, but apply what they're telling you to your own life. Okay, I want to take just a minute and give you all some examples of some people that faced some extreme negativity in their lives. This list comes from entrepreneur.com, and I'm not going to go through the whole list. There's 10 people, but just a few of the more popular names. Okay, Milton Hershey worked for a local candy factory, but when he decided to go out on his own, he failed miserably. Despite 2 more failures, he returned to the family farm and perfected the art of making chocolate candy, which is now Hershey's, which is a household name. Okay, everybody knows Hershey's. Theodore Geisel was a struggling artist, and he presented a novel that he wrote to publishing companies 27 times, and they called it pure rubbish. No one would publish his novel. And then eventually he ran into a friend that had taken over as a children's literature editor and agreed to publish his novel. He's known as Dr. Seuss. Okay, everybody knows Dr. Seuss. We have Dr. Seuss week at schools and everything. Albert Einstein didn't even start talking until he was 4 years old, and then didn't do well in school at all because he would ask abstract questions that made no sense to others. Okay, he came up with the theory of relativity. Let's see, let's get some more recent ones. Stephen King. His first work was rejected 30 times, and he threw it into the trash. Okay, thankfully his wife made him keep working on it, and that's how the book Carrie was born. And since then, he's sold like 350 million books. Everyone knows who Stephen King is. He's a household name. Okay, so these are just a few. Oprah Winfrey. She went through some stuff, okay? She gave birth at 14, lost the child, was repeatedly molested by her cousin, uncle, and a family friend. So she was molested by 3 different people. Okay, and despite all of that, everyone knows who Oprah is now. Michael Jordan couldn't get onto a basketball team when he was a kid because everyone said he was too short. So these are just some things, and you might be saying to yourself, well, these are famous people. At the time, they were just ordinary people. They faced judgment, negativity, criticism. They were laughed at. But the difference is that they kept going. Okay, they decided to brush off that negativity and focus on their dreams. And that's why we all know who they are today. They could have very easily have given up, had given in to all of that negativity, and they wouldn't be any different than me or you or, anyone else that we know. They were willing to put in the work to see it through. And you are not any different than any of these people. The tools that you need to find your happiness and to follow your dreams are out there. You just have to work on this part. You have to change your mindset and then reach out and utilize those tools. A lot of them are free. You don't have to spend a dime for them. So that is today's word. Negativity. Think about that and think about how it applies to your life. I hope you found some value in this. Please share it. Share this video because a lot of people are struggling right now. And it's not just on my friends list. It's on your friends list too. They may benefit from this. Okay? Remember, you do have a choice as to whether you let that negativity into your life or not. You have a choice as to whether you keep the current negativity that's in your life or not. Try to apply these techniques that I've given you every day for the next 30 days. I hope you'll stick with me and come back each day to find out what the new word is and how it can affect your life. I'm going to be going on probably about 7:30. That's the goal, barring any unforeseen situations. 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. Please leave a comment if anything that I've said has resonated with you. Sometimes I feel like I'm just talking to myself here. So it would be nice to know if I'm making an impact or not. And lastly, remember that you were put on this earth for a reason. And I don't believe for a second that that reason was to be miserable and to suffer your entire life. I'm a Christian, I believe in God, and I don't think that God put any of us here just to suffer. Your struggles don't define you. It's how you respond to them that matters the most. You are a role model to someone you know, whether you realize that or not. Whether it's your own children, or someone else's children, or someone on your Facebook friends list, or someone you work with or go to church with. There's a million different scenarios. But someone is looking at you and seeing how you are living your life and the things that you are doing. So you are a role model to someone that you know. Be a good one, okay? It's important. I hope everyone has a fantastic evening, and I will see you all tomorrow at about the same time. Good night.